hand no problem. Well, that couldn't have worked out any better than it did. Good afternoon. My name is Tom. I come to you from the Rustic log cabin in Northern Maine. Welcome to my cabin today. I brought you out today because I'm getting ready. I just came in from cutting some firewood. It's been cold, cold, cold here today. Wind blowing. So I've been out in the woodshed chopping up some firewood. Get that in here before the sun sets this evening. So it's kind of not really lunchtime, but it's kind of like snack time. I don't know if you can see that, but that's a can of canned eel. I've got some crackers and I got some cheese. So I brought you along so I can share. Oh, you got a cup of coffee? I know you can have coffee with me. You might not be able to have canned eel, but you're missing out. But you can have a cup of coffee with me, that's for sure. I forgot my cheese, so I'm going to go get my cheese. Alright, life is good. Got my cheese. Got my crackers. And I got my canned eel. I canned this up. Well, actually, there's a video on it. I smoked them in the smoker, and then I canned them. Last I probably was around August sometime of last year. So now I just got to pop the lid. Here we go. Smells like canned eel to me. Now what you do, you take a cracker, take a little spot of cheese, and you put your eel on top of that cracker. Little piece got away. Just as good as I remember. Dog loves canned eel. Wicked cold out there today. I'll be bringing my grandson up in April, and we're going to build some eel traps together. He doesn't know it yet, but that's what I got on his agenda. Because if I teach that boy how to eel fish, he'll always eat. I think that's the best thing that we can do for our grandchildren. Leave behind as much knowledge as we possibly can. Good knowledge, not foolish knowledge. Stuff that they can use. You know, I see they raised the taxes this week. Or getting ready to. Highest tax hike in 30 years, they say. You know what I say to that? I say inflation. What does inflation mean? It means everything you're touching is about to become very expensive. Gasoline is already up $1 a gallon here in the state of Maine. And that's before the summer grade. When the summer grade gets here, early spring, by Memorial Day weekend, gas will go up another 50 to 75 cents. That's since January 20th. So you take from that what I'm taking from it. I say inflation. That's the highest tax hike in 30 years. And the $1 a gallon of gas is nothing more than another tax on top of the highest tax going. So that is why I say teaching that boy how to build eel traps and teaching him how to use eel traps with what's headed our way, probably the best thing I can do for him. Some of you never lived through it. Never lived through what's coming. Some of us have. Inflation. When we're all done with this, you'll know what inflation is. Another cracker. Another free piece of fish on there. It smells. It smells and tastes great. But one of the reasons it tastes so good is because of the smoke flavor. I smoke them for, I don't remember now, a couple of hours anyways. And then I put them in canning jars and then I can them up. And this is my favorite way to eat them. That's a half a pint. That's perfect for out in the boat and perfect for here in the cabin. So during inflation, things that you can barter have a whole lot more value. Whether it's bartering your time or bartering fish, anything. I picked up 2 things in the past year by bartering. One was that boat I showed you in one of my videos. Then I picked up the 18-footer. That's going to become the eel fishing boat. Picked that up for $100. You'll remember that video. All that stuff was in anticipation of things going amok. Well, things are going amok when they start raising your taxes by 30%. Or, I don't know about 30%, as much as highest tax rate in 30 years. Things have gone amok. You can agree or you can't agree. But you come back and watch this video in another year or so. You might agree. Another year or so. See that? Nice pure meat. You don't worry about the bones, because the bones dissolve during the pressure canning part. I pressure can them at 10 pounds pressure for 90 minutes in a half a pint jar. I'm hoping to have 50 traps out come spring. That's good. If you know what a canned sardine is, something like that, it's in the kind of same snack as a can of sardines would be. The only difference is that I do it myself. And when I do it, I can do about 40 pints in one batch. I don't know. I just know I want to teach my grandsons a little bit. I want to teach them a little bit about bartering and a little bit of how to take care of themselves. That's for darn sure. Now these eels, you just put them in the jar. You cut them to the length of the jar and you drop them in there. Don't remember, I must have put a quarter of a teaspoon of salt in. I don't remember. If I didn't, I will next time. And then you just start cooking them. Put the lid on like you would anything canning, then you just start cooking them. I saw that, I heard that on the radio. I actually have been up here for almost 2 weeks. I heard that on the radio. And, boy, that kind of got me concerned. I don't like taxes anyways. And it won't affect me that much. Most of my life does not revolve around like everybody else. But I got thinking, anybody that works a weekly job, I wonder how much of a pay cut that's going to be. On top of the gasoline price. And that's kind of what got me thinking. But that's just my way of looking at things. I don't even know why I'm talking about this. But, you know, sometimes when you sit down for eel and crackers, who knows? Almost anything can come out, I guess. So I hope you guys welcome to my cabin at least. And I hope you had some coffee while I have this snack, because it's cold and windy out. So I'm going to have this snack. I'm going to fix that fire over there. And then I'm going to get in my easy chair and I'm going to take a nap. Because it's just that kind of day. And then about 4 o'clock, I'm going to go down to the fish house. And I'm going to sit there until dark and jig. Too cold outside the fish house to set up any traps. So I'm going to sit inside the fish house and jig. And maybe I'll come up with something. So, hey, I hope you liked the video. It's just kind of a little bit of rambling. But hopefully it's some food for thought, because I don't know. I'm concerned, I guess. Throw me a bone if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel. Always coming out with something new. You just never know, I guess. So I will see you in the next video.